Awesome. Tuesday. It's Tuesday noon, so it's time for Tuesday Talk. Welcome everyone. Today I'm as usual pumped up. As a matter of fact, it's almost like a cliche. I shouldn't even say when I come here on a Tuesday that I pumped up because you know it, you could feel it, you could sense it. I know you could feel it through the screen. But thank you for joining us today on our Tuesday Talk. Our topic today is BYOS, and we'll get into it. But meanwhile, welcome as people coming in. Tag people, share to people, share in your groups, because trust me, your friends gonna want to hear what we're gonna talk about today. Welcome. Hello, honey. How you doing today? Welcome to everyone to our Tuesday Talk. Hey, Chanel. Everybody, tag, share. Today we're pumped up. Out there it's pouring, raining. And guess what? I'm so blessed to be indoors. I know the sun is going to come in a little bit, but that's how it is when you live in the South. Rain for a little bit, shine for a little bit, rain for a little bit. But nonetheless, welcome everyone to our Tuesday Talk. If you're with us live, welcome. If you're with us on the replay, welcome. Like I always say, no love lost. At least you're listening. And my topic today, like I mentioned, is BYOS. And you might ask yourself, what do you mean, Elaine, by BYOS? Well, be your own stimulus. How about that one? You ever think about that one? I know you do because you're listening and you always come on a Tuesday and you have the kind of mindset that are not waiting for a handout or something from anybody. But how can you be your own stimulus? Well, being your own boss. Now, I know many of our friends have jobs and, responsibility to take care of, but you know that right now, what's the end thing? Everybody has a side hustle, right? Nothing wrong with having a side hustle. Trust me, I'm biased. I'm all about business, and a little bit of my story. My last corporate job, many moons ago, my last corporate job, it took me 8 years to get a raise. And you know how much that raise was? 25 cents. But guess what? I had to take it because why? I was not prepared to be BYOS. Be your own stimulus, BYOB, be your own boss. Now you could be your own stimulus while you're at your job. We all need more. Don't we all need more? Raise your hand, let me know. We all need more. That's why so many people are doing something on the side. Why do you think all the time, every Tuesday, I encourage you to listen to the motivational speakers, the videos, the audibles, not just to fill your mind, but it's to stimulate you, to encourage you, to inspire you to do what you know you could do. See, the thing is that we are giving our jobs all this time and all this effort. And a lot of us, when we get home, our habits kick in and we just sit and don't do anything for ourselves. I'm not saying that there's no time to rest, that you shouldn't rest. Of course you should rest. You're giving these people 40, 50 hours a week. Even if you're working from home, all the moms that I know that are now, their jobs have had them working from home, they're on the computer and they still have to be fighting with the kids, teaching the kids, to go to school online. It takes a lot of work. It ends up being 60 hours. But the same effort, I never would tell you, jump from your job to the unknown. I'm just saying, jump from your job into starting to doing something on the side. The purpose for some people, the purpose of the side hustle is to replace their existing income with their job. You agree with me? Some people, they start their business on the side. They burn the candle on both sides. Morning, noon, afternoon, evening. I know there's many of you out there that are doing that because their ultimate goal is to replace that job income with your business or whatever your side hustle is. But there's nothing wrong to have a side hustle, to do something that you love and monetize it, make money from it temporarily. The problem with some of you is that you think if you start something on the side, you have to leave your job. You don't have to leave your job. You just have to put more effort in yourself. Don't you agree? Many of us give so much time and effort. And it's not even the time. 8 hours is not really a lot of time, my friends. 8 hours and then an hour lunch, 15-minute break in the morning, 15-minute break in the afternoon. That's not a lot of time. But it's the effort that you're putting. You're giving your 100% to this institution. Now, don't get me wrong. Jobs are there for a reason. I'm not telling you that jobs are not good. Jobs are there to take you from point A to point B or point A to point Z. But that side hustle that is there just to increase, especially now, nothing is certain in these uncertain times that we're living in. Nothing is for sure. I mean, even before all of this, we all know what the JOB means. It's just over broke. I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. But don't you sometimes feel like, you're working so hard, you're working your 40 hours, you got a good paycheck, and then when you look at somebody that does not have a job, and you almost feel like you're in the same level. Of course, I'm not talking about people that are homeless or anything like that. I'm talking about people that are not putting the same effort like you in your job. And then you're wondering, how did I get that new car? Or how did I get, that whatever, go on vacation? So that's why I'll say job is just over broke. But now, I know a lot of you have that side hustle or that feeling inside that you want to do that side hustle. Well, jump, my friends. The problem is that a lot of us don't want to sacrifice that time, those habits that we have of just flopping on the sofa. But if you put that same effort, not the same time, that same effort, just like you get up in the morning, get ready, rush to your job, spend the time there, that's effort. But if you put that same effort on you, trust me, it's not going to take the same amount of time. You don't need 8 hours a day for your side hustle for it to be productive. You just need some time and be consistent on it on a daily basis. BYOS. Be your own stimulus check. Can you go tomorrow or after lunch, if you're on lunch now, to your boss's office, knock and say, can I have a $1,000 raise for this month, next month, for the next 3 months, for the next year? Can you? If you can, hey, look, by all means, go ahead. You can ask, but are you going to get it? Now, BYOS, be your own stimulus. Start that side hustle. That's the in thing right now. It was back in the day, before the Depression, everybody was an apprentice. Everybody was willing to learn from somebody. Either free, they weren't getting paid, or they were just getting minimum to learn a vocation, to learn something so they could be their own boss. But then after the Depression and, all of the other stuff that happened, I'm not a historian, but you know what I mean. Then everybody started getting afraid of being an apprentice, and they figured the job was more secure. But as you know, I know you have the same mindset like me. There's no such thing as job security. Don't matter where you work. We've just seen it right now. Many of us, not me, many of you guys had, excellent jobs. And because of what we're going through, either, you were laid off, furloughed, downsized, companies closed, thousands, millions of jobs have been lost. Now, don't you agree if you had a side hustle going on already, the impact wouldn't have been as strong in your household going through what we're going through now? You agree with me, correct? So then what are you waiting for? If you agree with me, go ahead and type it on the comments. I know some of you guys are just shy. If you agree with me, type it in the comments. And if you want to know about any type of networking business, type it on the comments. Nothing better than having that raw material to work with, which is people. Why you think so many people do the business on the side that have to do with people. It could be sales, you need people. You could be, like some of my friends selling the jewelry. If they didn't have people, they wouldn't be able to sell the jewelry. Some of my friends sell paintings. If they didn't have people, they didn't network, they wouldn't be able to sell their paintings. Trucking, Uber, any other kind of delivery, we need people. So what's the fear of networking and doing what we gotta do? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't go saying that I said, don't go for your job raise, or don't go for your position if it's being offered to you and you know you could do it, or even if it's not offered to you, put yourself in the position for that. But the important thing is to have a backup plan. And if you're listening to me, I know you're the kind of person that has a backup plan. Plan B, plan C, plan D, don't matter. The alphabet got gazillion letters. How many is it? 26? So some of us get frustrated because plan B didn't work. Okay, well, sweep it under the rug. Go for plan C. BYOS, my friends. Be your own stimulus check. I myself looking for people to help and encourage for them to be their own stimulus check. But what happened is some of us are fearful, to try something new. But you don't know if it works if you don't try. And if you know me, you know the word try is not it's not one of my favorites. Either you do or you don't. And if you do and if it doesn't work, well, you leave it alone. You leave it alone. You don't have to stay. But my friends, do something. BYOS. I hope you keep that in your mind all day long, to encourage yourself, to push yourself. Be your own stimulus check. And if you get one from somebody else, go ahead. Hey, my father used to say, never say no to money, as long as it's legal and ethical. But meanwhile, create your own stimulus check. Meanwhile, look for ways and opportunities to create extra income. I know plenty of you have friends that have been talking to you or trying to sit with you nowadays with the Zoom and show you an opportunity. You don't know if it'll work for you unless you see it. You agree with me? Just like a job. You don't know if you're going to be good at it unless you start. Many of us, you do an application, you get hired, you're so excited, you start, and a week later, no, that's not for me. And you stay because you feel you have no other option. You don't have to stay. Just start looking for another one. It's the same with a business opportunity. You can start something, especially all these low-cost business opportunity. And if it's not for you, well, just you leave it. But for God's sake, do something. I know you don't have that kind of mindset because you're listening. But for those who are just flopping on the sofa and don't want to do nothing extra, that's fine. I know they're not listening. This is us. We have the same mindset. BYOS. Keep repeating it to yourself all day long. Write it down. I have it in capital letters. I can't complain because why? I have the capability to creating my own income. And even when I had a job, I had the capability to create my own income. And my goal was to be home when my kids came home from school. Not they have to leave the key under the mat when my kids were young for them to come in. That's why I work on both ends of the candle. That's why I just was burning. And they could tell you, for those who know my kids, I don't think any of them remember me working for somebody, for that corporate job. I wouldn't say that, during the years I picked up a part-time here and a part-time there. But that's why they call it part-time. Sometimes you just need a little extra while your business is going. But if you have a job and you're working, not only now in these uncertain times, but even in the future, you see where we're going. You see technology, artificial technology. Why you think that when you go to a store, let's say one of these big stores, and you place an order, and when you go to pick it up, there's in an area for you to pick it up. Not like before, they had extra people even helping you put in the stuff in your car. No, that's where we're going. So let's not fool ourselves as to saying things are going to get better in that aspect. Yes, things will get better, but we're advancing, we're changing, we're moving, we're progressing. Don't let the next time we have a situation like now catch you off guard. It says, the statistics say 44% of families say that they weren't prepared. They didn't have 3 months worth of saving or worth of mortgage or worth of rent put aside for something like this. A lot of people are going through bad situation. So my friends, don't let the next time, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a pandemic, whatever it is, it could be loss of job, it could be, a hurricane, based where you live, a tornado, whatever, earthquake. Don't let that situation catch you off guard. I'm warning you from now. What are you doing outside of your job to put those 3 months worth of mortgage or savings or rent or bills aside? Start your side hustle. Again, I so appreciate you being with me here today on a Tuesday Talk. And I appreciate that when you share it or tag your friends, believe me, there's somebody out there that needed to hear this message today. BYOS. Be your own stimulus. As little as it is, it's extra. So on the link, we'll go ahead and put on the comments, we put the link for the YouTube channel where we always upload these videos for those of you that have friends that are not on Facebook and you want to share this video. So when you go on it, subscribe, like, share, and also share the You Are Diamond group. The only group that is only positive that I know. Because there's many groups that got positive, but they also put, complaints and stuff like that, even though as much as they say, that's why we have that screening process. Motivational, inspirational encouragement on a daily basis, at least 3 times a day. That I know for sure. Sometimes it's more. So that's why I encourage you to share so that we could get your positiveness to other people that you don't know. So my friends, as I always say, you're a diamond. See you next Tuesday. Bye for now.